beeline towards me, and almost angry face. He says, "You, do you know the meaning of this song?" And I said, "Well, yes, otherwise I wouldn't have used it." He goes, so he was very pleased. So the rest of the world didn't know why I used Lusaka, but he did, and that's good enough.
And indeed, your upbringing was very similar to my upbringing, albeit perhaps on the other side of the world. So it's
Listen to everything
timeless.
Something, yes. And Dallas Wapache, that song when they started their prayers, I put this translation upon her peace, mine depends. What ensues, or at least that's how I planned it, were people who either realized that actually their peace depends on how much peace they give to people around them. The two girls are sleeping because they're giving peace to each other, and the drunken private investigator, they said peace and sleeping because, and the dogs would be very happy. And Malays will go like, "You nak muka dia." But they actually, there's peace. The dog's having fun licking his face, and he's fast asleep. The Dato and his wife don't have any peace. That Dato doesn't realize that his peace depends on the Nimba Zura's peace, and she's crying and he's collapsing. So Tony is, being a Catholic priest, is looking up to probably a statue of Mother Mary, and upon her peace, his depends. So it's all about how we get our peace from someone else. That whole song is about, if she doesn't have peace, I don't have peace. That secret is all about that. And I thought that by putting now English subtitles to the song, that more and more people would get it, but I might as well have left it out because nobody would know. So it's just me having my own little enjoyment. It's fine.
Actually, I'm interested to know what were the events that led up to Sharifah Amani's shaving, because I would think that personally for her it would be she has really nice long hair, or had really nice long hair. So yeah, maybe just if you could share the events that led up to that.
During the shoot,
yeah,
or
how was it personally for her? Did you get her to do that for the role?
she's about that tall. But if you pardon she's got how do I say this without being? She's got balls the size of an elephant. She's just so gutsy, and if you say to her like, I'm going to make this film and I need a girl to shave, and I know how you're fond of your hair, so I'm going to have to look for another actor. Oh, hey, oh, I can do this, I can do this. You want to play Gandhi? I'll play Gandhi. That's how exactly it works. So I just had to mention it to her once over all-day breakfast at Dover Mum's house. And then she said yes. I mean, she's like, don't shout, she then we got Bonaparte. She should be here.
She passed a message to you, Yan Yan. Like, how come all actresses she's in got her head, their heads like shaved for the movie?
You Yan Yan?
Because she was in another movie, the actress opposite her also had to get her
No,
head shaved.
I didn't know that. Which one is that?
Brian, how's the reception been among Malaysian Chinese in this movie?
Well, it hasn't actually been shown in Malaysia yet, so I think she has had screenings to people we know and friends and all that. I don't think there's been much of a, I don't know, what do you think about?
How do you think it would be received?
I think, like she said, the whole religion thing is very high. I think you go and see the title, see the poster, they might go in and expect a sort of Chinese guy converting to Islam, but actually, if you actually watch the movie, it doesn't actually happen in the movie. So I think people might go in with a certain idea, preconceived notion of what the movie is about, but they would come out and probably not be stirred so much by the religious side of it.
Here's my message to you.
Yeah, since the title and all is like Muallaf and stuff and the conversion of such, in the story really Brian didn't actually convert to Islam, but could it have been, because I interpret it as the conversion of his character, like at first he was particular about money and you know, like stuff like that, and suddenly he was
Somebody
like
gives
drawing
his boy a
bars.
prize, of course.
Yeah, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So is it actually the conversion of his character?
Yes.
And are you basing religion as character? I mean, everything like religion is your character, something like that.
I don't know, but you're right. It's supposed to be conversion. The fact that he went to see his mum and sent her to church is enough of conversion. People say there's no closure. For me, that's the most important closure of all. Because she's just a neurotic girl who uses religion as a crutch, but she's his mum.
So is in your view, religion is your character? I mean, like you base religion on someone's character. Is that would it be possible? I mean, with the message.
I don't know. The answer to that is I don't know. In fact, I think that I want to make films more and more not knowing, my eyes closed, if you like. Somebody whose name I can't pronounce once said, the only true thoughts are the ones that don't have a grasp of their own meaning. And I think filmmakers have too much of a grasp of what they think is the meaning of what they do. And that's not much fun. Kura Kurosawa said, if I knew how this film was going to go, where this film was going to go, how it's going to end, I don't want to make it. And yeah, and there was a sculptor in a film by Yuji Yamada who said, you know, when you are kneading clay, form should happen spontaneously. If you have an agenda and if you want it to take a certain shape and you're waiting for the praise of others, your work is very poor. But the trick is to be slave to what's inside the clay that is begging you to dig it out, to not to know where you're going is the best way to go, because then bigger wisdoms will take over, not my inferior wisdoms, do you know what I mean? So I'm so happy that I don't know the answer to that question, because perhaps I may be a step towards making better films.
What made you want to make movies?
Because my dad fell ill. And I've got parents, my dad's 77, my mom's 76. And they bathe together every day, and they sleep holding hands, and they play tag. I got you. I got you. Very embarrassing. And when they bathe together, they don't just bathe with like giggling in the bathroom, so I'm not sure what's they get. So, then Dad fell ill. He collapsed with diabetic complications. And I have no skills. I'm not very good at anything. But I happen to have made some television commercials. I had some practice for clients who requires cultural familiarity to the country. So I've been making this commercial for Picturehouse. So me and my producers, my cinematographer, and my editor all call my mom and dad Abba and Ma, means mom and dad. And so we were all very upset when Dad clapped. Let's make them something. I want to give something. And they said, let's make them a film. So we wrote a script called Rahul and got financing from a TV station and made this film. So it's quite fun. Anyway, it got selected for an Italian competition at an Italian festival. We shot it in 6 days. So we kind of thought, maybe we kind of know how to make a film a little bit. So we brought Mum and Dad to this festival, and Dad was so happy he should have went down. I swear to you. Then that was that. Then a year later, Mum had a swollen heart, which happens to that age, a swollen heart, and a little bit water retentive. And so I was going up, these things are supposed to happen to other people's parents, not mine. And my producer said, let's make another film. I went to superstition, bitch. It's not going to save, man. She said, let's make it. And people's hearts, elderly people, when their hearts are swollen, what you want to do is contain that side.